Well, now to Canberra. I have been warning you for some time that the Albanese honeymoon is over. The Prime Minister has to get out of the aeroplanes and stop taking selfies and deal with the crises, plural, confronting him. The Higgins affair has now become the disgrace that some of it knew it to be from the outset. What Australia wants to know is whether the Prime Minister and others in his party, then in opposition, planned with Brittany Higgins to pressure the coalition over her allegation of rape. I will talk to the Shadow Attorney General shortly, Michaelia Cash. This is grubby Watergate stuff, weaponising Higgins and her allegation to deliberately damage the then Prime Minister Morrison and two ministers, Linda Reynolds and Michaelia Cash. It is clear from text messages that Higgins and her partner Shiraz planned with the journalist Wilkinson and her producer, a bloke called Llewellyn, to recruit friendly politicians to pursue their case. They named the now Prime Minister Albanese, Finance Minister Katie Gallagher and the Environment Minister Tanya Plibersek as potential allies. Gallagher told the Senate on June 4, 2021, no one had any knowledge of the allegations. How dare you, she said to Linda Reynolds. Linda Reynolds, who's been vilified in all of this, very seriously damaged and an innocent woman. So indignant, there she was, Gallagher, in her response to Linda Reynolds. But on June 10, 3 days ago, the same Gallagher is now saying, quote, I was aware of some allegations in the days leading up to Brittany Higgins making those allegations public, unquote, 3 days ago. But 2 years ago, quote, no one had any knowledge of the allegations. How dare you? Penny Wong, the Foreign Minister, singing off Gallagher's song sheet the same day, June 4, 2021, I had no knowledge of this until that's the story happened. I had no knowledge until the story happened. But Penny Wong, like Gallagher 3 days ago, I didn't know the full details of the allegations before the story became public, unquote. If this doesn't mean that Gallagher and Wong misled a Senate committee in June 2021, words have lost their meaning. The maligned and innocent Linda Reynolds accused Gallagher of knowing about the Higgins allegations 2 weeks before they aired on Channel 10. But Gallagher replied, no one had any knowledge. How dare you? Prime Minister Albanese is supporting Gallagher to the hilt. But a fair reading of the text messages suggests the Senate was misled. Gallagher at least has to go. It is not a question of ministers lining up to vouch for her integrity. Chalmers has said Gallagher has one of the highest levels of personal integrity. That is absolutely irrelevant. Gallagher said on June 4, 2021, no one had any knowledge of the allegations. How dare you? Any knowledge? 3 days ago, I was aware of some allegations in the days leading up to Brittany Higgins making those allegations public. Albanese and Chalmers see no contradiction. They're in trouble and should be. Penny Wong has ability. She would never have imagined that her words would come back to damage her. But June 4, 2021, I had no knowledge of this until the story happened. But 3 days ago, sensing danger and staring at potential resignation, I didn't know the full details of the allegations before the story became public. Full details. You see, Linda Reynolds had been tipped off by the late, courageous and decent woman whom I knew well, Kimberley Kitching. Remember, Kimberley had made, quote, mean girls accusations against Gallagher and Wong. Linda Reynolds will be able to tell us whether she was tipped off that this stuff would be raised in order to damage Morrison and the government.